Hi, everyone. Today we're showing how ContentIQ and Amazon Bedrock AgentCore work together to give AWS teams secure access to ContentIQ knowledge through MCP. In just a few minutes, we'll create a ContentIQ agent from a website, test that agent directly inside ContentIQ, and then connect the same agent to Amazon Bedrock AgentCore. This allows teams that operate within AWS to use ContentIQ as the knowledge layer while continuing to work with the Bedrock models and tools they already use. First, let's create our ContentIQ agent. From the ContentIQ homepage, go to the Connections tab. Here, you'll see the different knowledge sources that ContentIQ supports. For this tutorial, we're going to connect ContentIQ to a website. Under Website, click Connect. ContentIQ will guide us through the connection process. Enter a website URL, then click Continue. Next, we can select an existing agent or create a new one. For this tutorial, let's create a new agent. Give the agent a name so it is easy to identify later. Once the agent has been named, continue to the final step and start the ingestion. ContentIQ will now crawl the website and process the available content. During ingestion, ContentIQ extracts the website information, prepares it for retrieval, and builds the knowledge base that the agent will use when answering questions. Once ingestion is complete, click Open Chat Playground. Now let's test the agent directly inside ContentIQ. First, we'll ask, what products does Simplistic.ai offer? ContentIQ searches the ingested website content and returns an answer based on the information it found. Next, let's ask, can you tell me more about the company? Again, ContentIQ answers using the knowledge ingested from the Simplistic.ai website. At this point, the agent is fully operational inside ContentIQ. It can understand questions, retrieve relevant information, and generate answers grounded in the connected website content. Next, we're going to access the same ContentIQ agent from Amazon Bedrock AgentCore. Open Amazon Bedrock AgentCore and go to the Harness section. Click Create Harness, then select Advanced Create Harness. First, give the harness a name so it can be easily identified. Next, under Instructions, add a prompt that tells the harness to use the ContentIQ MCP server when answering user questions. This makes ContentIQ the knowledge source behind the Bedrock experience. Every user message sent through the harness will be passed to ContentIQ through MCP, allowing Bedrock to access the same agent knowledge we just tested inside ContentIQ. We can also select which model we want to use within Amazon Bedrock. For this demonstration, we'll select OpenAI and choose GPT-OSS 120B. This shows that teams can use the Bedrock model that best fits their requirements while still using ContentIQ to provide the underlying enterprise knowledge. Once the model has been selected, confirm the model choice. Next, scroll down to the Tools section and add an MCP server. Enter the ContentIQ MCP endpoint. Then, add the authentication header required to securely connect Bedrock AgentCore to ContentIQ. For the header key, enter authorization. For the value, enter bearer followed by the ContentIQ API key. This API key authenticates the connection and allows the Bedrock harness to communicate securely with the ContentIQ agent. Once the MCP endpoint and authentication details have been entered, scroll down and create the harness. When the harness is ready, click Test Harness. Now let's ask the same questions from Amazon Bedrock AgentCore. First, we'll ask, what products does Simplistic.ai offer? The Bedrock harness sends the request to ContentIQ through MCP. ContentIQ retrieves the relevant information from the website knowledge base and returns the answer through the Bedrock interface. Next, let's ask, can you tell me more about the company? Once again, Bedrock answers using the same ContentIQ agent and the same website knowledge we tested earlier. The important point is that the knowledge does not need to be rebuilt inside Amazon Bedrock. ContentIQ remains the centralized knowledge layer, while Amazon Bedrock AgentCore provides the model and agent interface. This allows AWS teams to continue using their preferred Bedrock agents, models, and infrastructure while accessing trusted knowledge managed through ContentIQ. It also means the same ContentIQ agent can be made available across different applications, models, and agent frameworks through MCP without duplicating the underlying content or ingestion process. And just like that, we have created a ContentIQ agent from a website, tested it inside ContentIQ, and connected that same agent to Amazon Bedrock AgentCore through MCP. This demonstration shows how ContentIQ can serve as an enterprise knowledge layer for AWS-based AI applications, allowing teams to connect trusted organizational content to the models and agent experiences they already use. If you'd like to learn more, reach out to the team. Thanks for watching.